Hey guys, it's Tracy. In my other video, I said that I would attempt to do a tutorial on how to make this bag here. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do here. Alright, so what you will need 2 pieces of paper. And you will need 2 12 by 12 pieces of paper. One will have to be cut at 9 1/8 of an inch wide by 10 3/4 inch long. So that is 9 1/8 of an inch wide by 10 3/4 of an inch tall. Second piece needs to be cut at 5 1/8 inches wide by 10 3/4 inches tall. Again, that was 5 1/4 inches wide by 10 3/4 of an inches tall. And what you're going to do, and I can't remember what I did in the other video, but what we're doing, we're making this sack. But our bag won't have this rounded portion. So to save time, as you see, I've already done that. So now what you want to do is just set your smaller piece aside, get a scoreboard out. Doesn't matter which one you use. And what you want to do on that larger piece, you want to score that at 2 7/8 inches. And I've already done this. You want to score that at 2 7/8 inches wide. Let me see if I had it right. Yes. Just didn't look right. 2 7/8 inches wide is where you want to score that. Let's see, guys. And then you can remove that off your board. And just remove the board, actually. So then what you want to do is take your smaller piece and using a ruler or whatever you want to use to measure, taking your smaller piece, and you want to come in a 1/2 inch from the left edge. And I'm sorry, and your papers should be facing the good side facing up. And what you want to do is mark a 1/2 inch in from the left side of your smaller piece. So let me just show you what I mean here. So what you want to do, I have this little ruler here. They use that when you're sewing. So I just want to mark, add some little marks, a 1/2 inch. So you want to add a 1/2 inch. And just go down your paper and do that. Just so that you can see your lines. And then what you want to do is take some adhesive, and you can use whatever kind of adhesive you like, and stay in between. And position the paper where you can see your lines, and you want to stay in between those markings. And go ahead and add some adhesive. Okay. Then you want to take your larger piece, and then your larger piece, and just flip that over, and then add some adhesive in the back. Make sure I got it. Yeah, add some adhesive. Is it on the back side? Wait a minute, make sure I did it right. I might have did it wrong. Wait a minute. Yes, the back side. You want to add some adhesive on the back side. Okay. Then what you want to do is take the larger piece, and again turn the paper so that you can see your tick marks. And you just want to add your larger piece to the smaller piece. Hopefully you guys can see. Line it up with those marks, your 1/2 inch markings. First, she don't start crying. That's my dog, guys. Crying. She wants to get out. Of course, once I start filming. This is straight. Let's see. You get to just go on here. So you just want to make sure you Press that down really well. Then you want to get your scoreboard again, line that up, and now you want to score at 9 1/8 of an inch. And where you, right here, where you joined your paper is going to be really close to that, and that's what I wanted because I don't want you to be able to see that line that much when you fold it. Okay, you just don't press too hard. So then what you want to do is just crease your fold line, and I just do that by hand. Crease your fold lines. So you want to crease your 2 7/8 inch fold line as well as your 9 1/8 inch. So there's your. So now you can see your bag form or your sag. And then you want to unfold it. Okay, so this is how it looked before. Then you want to just turn it. And guys, depending on if you have directional paper or not. I mean, if you have directional paper, just look at it so you know which end you should be creating your score line, because this will be your bottom part of your bag. So you want to score one. Let me see to make sure I get the measurements right. The bottom score is 1 1/8 of an inch. So you want to score this 1 1/8 of an inch. And then what you want to do, hopefully you can see, this paper is wider than your board. So go as far as you can and then slide it up some, keeping it aligned in the corner, and finish scoring it. Now as you guys will see, I use the decorative to cut just the ends of the bag, or what's going to be the bag or the sack. So then you can move your scoreboard. And now what you want to do is just go ahead and fold your paper under on that crease line. Okay. And then unfold it. And then take a pair of scissors. What you want to do is see where you folded your paper down like that, you creased it all the way down. What you want to do is just cut up to that bottom, that 1 1/8 inch score line. Let me flip it over because it's kind of hard for me to see on that pattern side. So I just want to, hopefully you can see, so just want to cut up to, I'm going to do this side too. Just cut in that crease line up to the 1 1/8 score line. So I'll see what I got now. I have 2 flaps. So now what you want to do is just on the angle, just come up into that corner. Doesn't have to be very wide. Just come and pull that out. Do the same for this side. You want to just come up into that corner, pull that piece out. Then what you want to do, on the bottom of these flaps, these 2 little outer flaps, you want to just cut some of it off. Doesn't have to be perfect. Cut. Do the same for this side. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Alright, so now what I want to do is add some adhesive. So I'm going to fold my bag with the left side, right side going towards the left. It will be on top of the left. So the right side is going to be on top of the left side. So what you want to do then is add adhesive to the back here. So on the right side, wrong side. So it's the right side and it's the wrong side of the paper. Add a strip of adhesive here. Then what you want to do is add some adhesive. Just make sure, yeah. You want to add some adhesive to this bottom flap. Flip this out. Add some adhesive to the left side, which is the wrong side, that little flap here. So again, you want to add adhesive here, here, and here. And then what you want to do is fold it. So again, folding your left side first, And then after you fold in your left side, add some adhesive to this edge. Okay, that's fine. Then what you want to do is bring over your right side. Just smooth it all down. And then you want to add some adhesive here. If you, now you can flip this up. And then you want to crease it. Make sure it creases well. And flip this up and turn to the side. If you have some sticking out, like a little bit sticking out, you can just trim that with your scissors. And you can do that after you adhere it down, if you like. So what I'm going to just do here is add adhesive to the bottom. So this is real simple, but I think the important parts are meant for the bag. So you know how many pieces of paper, how wide they need to be. So then what you want to do is just fold that up like that. Again, like I said, you could check it if some is sticking out. Like I have some glue there sticking out. So if some's sticking out, you can trim it. So see, there's a very little line that you can see. And then there's your bag, and then you can just fold it, you know, you can fold it down or do whatever you want to with it. And let me show you guys the first one that I did. Because again, I unfolded this bag here to get the measurements. So let me pan out a little bit. I unfolded this bag to get the measurements. And then when I did that, I got the overall measurement. So I said it was 13 1/4. So I just added an extra. I made it like 13 1/2 or something like that. So I said, oh, it's 13 1/4. I'll make it 13 1/2. So I need a 13 1/2 inch piece of paper. How am I going to do that? I said, okay, well, I can use my 12 by 12 pieces paper. So I just took a full 12 by 12 and another piece that was 1 1/2 inches and put that together. When I did that, this is what I came up with. And as you can see, now I have 2 lines. And actually is pretty visible where they were joined at. So I didn't want that. So I was like, oh, the challenge for me is to see how I can join the bag, which is the one join, but then just the one join in the back and not 2 like I'm seeing here. So I had to keep playing with the measurements. So that's why you see, that's what I came up with this little piece over here on the side. But this would be neat if you wanted a strip, like to have the main part of the bag one color, and then this one little piece could be another color. And then, you know, people are making those cards out of bags. So what you could do is either like have that on the outside with a different piece showing if you like, and then go ahead and make your card out of your bag. So you could do that. But then I first started with the little Tina Michaels, the little white sack bags. So I took that apart and measured that, and this is the little bags I had made. And then I just had some scrap paper. So again, they were all the same overall width, but the length was different. And then here's another one too that's a little different in size, just a tad bit different than one of those bags, as you can see. If anybody's interested, that little bag would be put together the same as the larger one, but the measurements for that little bag would be the width of your starting cardstock would be 5 3/4 inches wide. So that's this way, 5 3/4 inches wide by 5 1/4 inches tall. And then you want to score at 1 5/8 inch and 4 1/8 inch. And then the score line, you turn your paper, and the score line at the bottom would be 7/8 inch. And then again, you want to, like I showed you with the other bag, you want to make your 2 little flaps at the bottom, because you want to cut up on the vertical crease lines up to that 7/8 inch line. Then once you do that, you want to trim off the bottom some and back together just like I showed for the larger bag. Alright guys, I just wanted to share with you that quick tutorial. Okay, oh I guess it's quick, almost 15 minutes. Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching, commenting, and subscribing. If you have any questions, leave me a comment, and I'll get back to you. Thank you.